Welcome to Let's Talk 2 podcast, hosted by author Charnel Williams. Are you ready to spend some time with Charnel and her special guest? Join our live conversation every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, here's your host, Charnel Williams.
Hello. Hi. Thank you, Ms. Adams, for being a guest on Let's Talk 2 podcast. Could you introduce yourself to the audience?
Well, my pen stage name is Waterfall Adams. I am a creative professional based in Mobile, Alabama. I self-published 2 poetry books, as you can see right here. The paperback versions, they're available on Amazon and other outlets. If not, I'll try to get them on there. And there's also ebook versions, and I'm trying to get the audiobook versions together.
So you just have 2 books. What's the name of them?
All right, now this one is The Eclectic Mind of V, and this one, Free to Be V.
Okay, which one that you published first? Which one is
The
your first book?
Mind of V. This is Eclectic Mind of V. It came out this month 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us a little bit about that book first.
Well, this one, it is about the arts, blackness, 21st century issues. And you might even find some personification poems in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is about freedom, race, religion, even womanhood, and a tribute poem to one of my poetic inspirations. You also might find some quotes by yours truly and well-known people. All credit goes to those well-known people.
Oh, okay. So let's go back, because I want to know, when was you interested in writing? When you began writing?
I've been writing for like a long time. I always did want to write a book one day. Some of the poems from the books that you just saw, I did perform spoken word on, and like talent shows and different events when I was at University of South Alabama. I may not have won those talent shows, but I didn't get booed.
And that's a big difference, right?
Yes, it's a big difference.
So, writing. So, your first published book, you said, was 3 years ago today. Congratulations on that.
This month, yes. It was on the first day of Black History Month.
Oh, okay. So, what made you want to, because you've been writing for a long time, what made you just want to just start, say, I'm just going to publish this book. People going to read my stories. People going to read and do what I put out.
Well, I had to do a lot of research of like which type of publishing I want to go about this. I see that the self-publishing works better for me. At least I have more flexibility and control over my works, because like the traditional publishing, they can be highly selective.
So you self-published?
Yes,
both of your books? Both of them?
Yes, and so was my first one.
Oh, okay. So it took a lot of research. Some writers just jump out and don't know what they're doing. So you researched a lot before you even got started and trying to publish.
Because there are scams that have been around since the beginning of time, and new ones we haven't heard about.
Oh, okay. So your second book, let's talk about what is the gap between the first book and the second book, saying that how long did it take you to start your second book and finish your second book?
This one was self-published around the summer of 2022.
2022. Mm-hmm. So it's about like a year apart, 2 years apart, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, could we see the back of that? Free to Be V. Let me see the back of the cover. Oh, okay. All right. Now, that's the synopsis on the back. Read this. Could you, if you don't mind, could you read the synopsis to us?
If you loved The Eclectic Mind of V, then you're going to enjoy Free to Be V. Feel free to read about topics such as either some words and maybe some grammar errors or whatever. But then again, it's not the first time that a book got some like
Girl,
some
trust
errors in it.
me. Trust me. I know. I know.
Feel free to read about topics such as I want to add freedom, not enough room, race, religion,
Mm-hmm.
womanhood, and a tribute poem to one of Waterfall's poetic inspirations. You will find some inspirational quotes by Waterfall Adams herself and from well-known people.
Mm. Okay. So, is it 'cause to me while you reading the synopsis, it sound like it's like a inspirational book?
Well, it's a poem about different things.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do your poems work? Is it do you write whatever mood swing you in, then you write about it?
I think so. That kind of works for me, yes.
Oh, okay.
Things that go on like in like everyday life and what's going on in the world.
Uh-huh. So you like writing poems. That's your only genre. You don't have no other
I
different
do have two blogs, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a book reviewer, and I beta read books,
Oh, okay.
and I'm trying to get in like acting and modeling and other creative endeavors. It's just first I need to lose some weight for like my health, and maybe take some
Okay.
more acting classes, maybe some dance classes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you want to be a dancer too?
Yes, especially that. Like for example, one of the poems I have written, I'm trying to adapt it into stage in or screen. I might take like some like
Oh,
playwriting
okay.
or writing class or something. Look up stuff how to do it. It's called We Have the Dance. It's about the history of African American dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of research I have to do. Like dance is first and foremost, and the
Right.
music, costumes, makeup, like different like settings. Like these, like the timeline will go from Africa, like ancient
Mm.
Africa, and then like to right now, like the 21st century.
Mm. Wow. So
You want me to read it if we got time?
go ahead, read it. Share.
I might
Share.
break down some more lines if we got enough time too.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
even though it is featured in this book, this one
Okay.
has a movie version. Here we
So
it's
them
called
not. Let me
America.
ask you a question. Them not series books. Them all individual types of poems. They not series. Like that's not part one and part two.
Not
Okay.
real.
That's it.
I'm okay.
That's it.
It's called We Have the Dance. As a people, we have to dance. Way back in the motherland, we always had to dance through times of joy, sadness, to heal, and rites of passage. We have to dance. Through times of enslavement, we still have to dance. Even when they try to take it away, we dance to the shade.
Mm.
From the juke joints to the migration, we have the dance. Even when it's time to pay the rent, we have the dance. In the day through depression and worldwide war, we have the dance.
Mm.
In the dance studios and sock hops, we have the dance. On television and through civil unrest, we have to dance. Live and
Mm.
in color,
Mm.
we can get smooth and we can get rough. Live and in color and integrated. Through the Soul Train days and the disco nights, we
Mm.
have the dance. We even we have the dance. All right. With BET, MTV, VH1, we have to dance. Through social media, we have to dance. At church, Broadway, the club, community centers, competition, through Hollywood, television, social gatherings, universities, all over the world, we have to dance. We even put our own
Mm.
spin on it. Because of this, I shake what my ancestors gave me and get my Jackson on. So to the future and beyond, we have the dance. Thank you.
Mm. Oh, man, nice. That's nice. So you always been about poetry.
Yeah, it's one of the things poetry in the third book I'm working on. It's not poetry. I do plan on writing books
Uh,
of different genres. It's just that
uh,
some genres you gotta do a lot more research than most.
right, right. So you said you have another book coming out, right? Is it poetry or that's when you're trying
No,
to do a different
it's
genre?
not poetry. It's a different style, kind of like
Okay.
business, kind of like a money book. It's called "Make Money While Sitting on Your Ass," where the word "ass" is spelled dollar sign, the United States of America, dollar sign.
Okay, so when would that be coming out?
Hopefully, I try to get it out this year. I'm still working on the manuscript. I got the covers
Hmm.
together on KDP and got to do
Hmm.
like editing and things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. So, your first book. Let's talk about your first book because I know each book is exciting to you. Each book is exciting to you, especially when you get that book in your hand. How did you feel when the book first came through, the real actually book came and you touched it and you seen your name on it?
And it's finally out before I died.
Oh wow. Wow. And did it feel like, because I know a lot of authors say that it feel like they firstborn child, like they holding a baby in their hand. Did it feel like gave you some type of feeling, excitement, or?
Excitement that it's finally out before I die.
But let me ask you a question. How long did it take you to work on that book?
It took like a few years, gotta get the pieces together and do the research to get it out and come up with a title
Hmm.
for the book.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, your book is in, because it looked like a paperback. Is it in ebooks too?
Yes, it's in ebooks.
Oh, okay. So, the first book, the second book, your third book that's coming soon. I'm just gonna say coming soon. Your third book
Yes.
that's coming soon. Are you? You said it's not a poem.
No, it's
So
not.
can you tell us a little bit, or is this too early to talk about it?
Well, it's about I talk about like my experience with like the workforce and all and how it's been like evolving, not like it was from previous generations, and also different like ideas that someone could do to make money while sitting on your ass. And also the 2020 pandemic has been like an inspiration for his book as well because it
Right.
really changed a
A
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Because people like older generations think that remote work and working from home is not a real job. But get this, work from home or remotely or whatever, it's been around before even the internet and electricity.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, it has been. We just got on board because of COVID.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We just got on board because everybody was like, I heard of Zoom, but Zoom was like, I know Zoom made a lot of money during COVID because that's what
Yeah, and also,
everybody was going
well,
to. Zoom.
remote schools, like school had to do like remotely,
Yeah.
with, with the COVID, and other type of like what we're doing right now, this video
Right.
chat.
Right. Yeah. It's just so amazing. Like, virtual is reality.
True.
You know, a lot of times back in the past, how you used to have to go, if you want to do an interview, you had to go to that radio station, fly across whatever, and be
Well,
at that
phone
radio
call.
station. You are a phone call. My show used to be a phone call. But then I was like, let me just take it since COVID, I took it to live. But then I took it back to the phone conversation because a lot of people ain't wanting to be on camera. So I took it back to the phone, but then I said, let me just put it live. So, and that's what I'm here
It
now.
looks
Doing
like
that.
also all these video interviews, like I actually have the books with me to prove the
That's good.
actual existence of my product, and you see me right now, like I'm an actual real person who wrote the books.
Hmm. And that's what I like. because people want to see who behind the book. You understand what I'm saying? Right. They want to see who behind the book, and they want to just, just see your face and see. Like I was told when I went back to the phone conversation, which I like because I ain't had to worry about hair and all that stuff. So I liked the phone conversation, but the lady was like, Charnel, people want to see who's hosting Let's Talk To podcast. They don't want to hear your voice on no show. They want to see your face. They want to actually see you and, put your face just like you. They want to put your face to the book or put your book to the face. Do that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. And I do plan on like traveling, and like maybe do like in-person interviews. I just need some more funds.
Yeah, and it's just hard. Have you ever like did a book signings for your book yet in the town you live in?
I do plan on doing that. I've been calling places, and I need to order some more offer copies of my book and bring my own payment method, and some might charge like a fee.
Yeah, you charge a fee. So, have you ever did a book signing yet, or no?
Not yet, but I do plan on doing it.
Because I don't know, I'm in PA, Pennsylvania. So a lot of like local libraries, they'll let you come and do a book signing for free. But sometimes some people charge you. So it'd be good because I tell all my clients to start where you live at first. Before you want to go travel and go California or Georgia, whatever, start in your hometown. Start in your hometown.
And I also plan on. Oh yeah, and I with that Mobile Writers Guild, I went to a Christmas party, and I read my point from my book, and I do plan on joining. But first, I need to pay like the annual fee. Like me, like different like authors. The thing is, they take like cash, a check, a money order stuff, no digital payment.
Yeah, a lot of places now, because I do events too. I give events, and I don't like taking checks because I had an incident when the lady paid and the check bounced. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't know that if they writing a check and your check bounced, my bank will charge me too for that bounced check. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, is it just me or checks are kind of becoming a little more obsolete?
No, nobody usually don't use checks accounts no more. Well, they got it as an account, but as far as writing a check, a lot of people got Zelle, Cash App, that digital stuff. It's digital. Yeah, PayPal. Yeah. It's all about digital now. So I had told a friend the other day, like, we got to catch up to the times.
Yeah, that's what you do in the industry you're in. In fact, it reminds me of a book I read. It's called Own Your Future. It's about being a serial entrepreneur. Like, for example, it talks about like remember Blockbuster? Well, yeah, now we got Netflix. And I remember like a travel, like you want to travel, you go through a travel agent, but now you have like your agent, but now you got like Expedia or Priceline or Booking.com.
Yeah. And now you got Afterpay when you don't have to pay everything at one time. You can pay every 2 weeks. Yeah. So in a way, it's good for those, because as I was growing up, I love layaway. I believed in going to Kmart, put my stuff for a layaway. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a big fan of buy now and pay later. You understand what I'm saying? So I love the Afterpay. I love Klarna. I just love it. And because you just got to think about those, and like layaway ain't just for poor people. They used to always say, if you're poor, you go put stuff on layaway. But sometimes you got other bills to pay and you can't afford that brand new TV at once. You understand what I'm saying? But you need it. So, everything is digital now. It's digital. I was just talking to one of my grandson teacher, And we were just talking about it's a shame how they don't teach handwriting no more in school. She was like, what the kids going to do when they got to sign a mortgage? When they got a
There's like
signature, something.
they'll do like there's like e-signature now. It's like there's like certain
Yeah, but sometimes people want you in person. What about those who want you in person? I think, the mistake of the education, the school system is they stopped teaching handwriting. You're gonna need at least a scripture in your life. You're gonna need to put your signatures or something. You understand what I'm saying? And she was like, she just feels so bad because of the scripture. Like her granddaughter don't even know nothing about handwriting. And her granddaughter, 13 years old, don't know nothing about handwriting. So it is so sad because we was brought up on handwriting. We know how to sign a check. If you get a check, we know how to sign it. Now they got direct deposit and deposit.
Well, you're probably from another generation from me. I'm a millennial, for example. In my generation, we've seen how the world go from analog to digital.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, this also kind of like a few points in this book. It's like of youth. Let's see. This is called Tech of Youth. So here we go. Older generations always have trouble and often need assistance of younger generations, even though there were inventions invented by those who came before. They think the young ones are addicted to technology. That is a waste of time. They don't really have a full understanding, probably think it's evil. But that has always been said about my greatest grandparents. I have grandparents from the great generation, motion pictures and radio. My boomer parents, my parents are baby boomers, television. My stepmama and cousin X, my stepmother, and I have cousins from the Gen X generation. They're beepers and video games. And my Y, as in me, Generation Y, also known as millennial, social media, and internet. Thank you.
And that is so true. That is so true. Like each generation, it was a new time. Like my grandson ain't know nothing about. I be trying to teach him about I can't say older stuff, but stuff we used to do back in the day. Cause these kids these days, what they do now, just be on their phone. Like my grandson on his phone right now or on a computer. They don't know nothing about. Like I tried to get them into the old shows I used to watch, like Good Times, and I just trying to let him know he didn't know what a payphone was. I put a picture up as a payphone. He was like, "What's that?" He ain't know what a payphone was. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, my generation probably the last one to use a payphone. I remember there used to be a payphone in my high school and at the movie theater in the mall.
Yeah.
And I remember when the very day the iPhone came out, I was in Dunwoody, Georgia, the Perimeter Mall. And I remember like there was like the second level had like an Apple store, and that line stretched from that Apple store to like one of the department stores. It was either Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom's. It was a long line.
And that was crazy, like how everybody staying in phone, because they still like every time a new iPhone come out, the lines be like around the corner. You understand what I'm saying? But then they say like everybody broke. Nobody don't have no money, but you paying $1,500, $1,700, $1,800 for an iPhone. But they making their money. I'm not mad at them. Apple is making it. I don't have an iPhone. I'm the only one in my household. I'm the only one in my household got an Android.
Yeah, I always had an Android. And my dad gave me like, or my sister who gave me Android phones, and also because they're like a cheaper option than the iPhone, and also I heard something about like when the Android phones came out from like Samsung or whatever. I heard that Apple sued them because they probably stole their idea.
I don't know about that, but I know I love my Android. I love my Android, and they was trying to get me to upgrade to an iPhone. I was like, no, I ain't have no problem washing. My mother always told me, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
That's
You
true.
understand what I'm saying? So why, if my phone, I'm loving my phone, why I'm gonna go get a new phone that is not nothing wrong with my phone? Now, if something was wrong with my phone, they wouldn't even offer me a new phone. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And
Okay.
and that's what I feel. But getting back to you and your books, 2 books out, the third one on the way. Where do you see yourself at in 5 years? I ask
Years.
everybody this, so.
Well, having my own place, being more financially independent, doing what I love as a creative professional, other creative endeavors. Maybe move to like either like Atlanta or California or
Mm.
New York. Travel more.
Oh, okay. A
Maybe.
lot of a lot of people want to move to Georgia and California. Georgia and California. A lot of people I talk to, they want to move because they said, like, if you, it's best to. I think if you're a writer, you can make it anywhere. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just who you know, the connection. That's why you always got a network. I don't think you have to move to another state to become a good writer or to sell more books. You understand what I'm saying? To me, as I'm
I
saying,
don't
it's
know.
who you know.
I know that it's just like other. If you have more opportunities, I do want to more to
Yeah,
just write
opportunity.
books.
Hmm.
I do want to like act and model.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you gotta go be. And you said all the nice places. You ain't talking about New York because it's freezing out here, right? You better go to the
Well,
nice.
maybe I might want to visit there before I think about moving there. In fact,
Mhm.
my dad, he was born in what is now Antigua in Bermuda. When he was
Oh
14
wow.
years old, his family moved to New York.
Mm.
And he got his like first job at 14 years old in like a pharmacy or whatever. And
Hmm.
he recently told me this that about if he stayed in New York, I would not have been born at all
Oh
because the
wow.
pharmacy he was working at, like he like got robbed or whatever, like at gunpoint. And also one day he was just walking by his own business. There was like a gunshot kind of went over his head or something out. And
Mm.
2 weeks after he graduated from Pratt Institute, back
Hmm.
when they had an engineering program, it was like 1977. That June, like 2 weeks after he graduated, he moved to Michigan
Mm.
for
Yeah, New
for his
York. Yeah, New York is, but they said if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
yeah. For example, keep in mind, it was like the 1970s New York that he moved away. What New York was happening during the 1970s, he
Oh,
moved.
okay.
He
Oh,
probably This is probably before like the crack epidemic.
damn it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
well, just trying to find out about like history of like the 1970s New York, like
Hmm.
around that time. He lived in Harlem. Yeah, yeah, it's around that time. Like American Gang. Nikki Barnes and Trent
Bonds, yeah.
Wilson, Blue Magic. He come out in the building
Uh-huh.
he was living in, with family, whatever. He found like dead junkies on like in the stairway.
Yeah. Hmm. I know all about that. I was born and raised in Newark, so I know about all of that. But that is crazy, and it makes a lot of people, like when you tell your story, you make a lot of people that don't want to move there, but some people just want to move because they just want to. They feel as though that's a good opportunity. It's New York is a real big opportunity, and all really the celebrities and them be in New York all the time, and they live there. So
But it kind of like relate the Great Migration, like I mentioned in my poem. Like the migration is like in the deep set, like the early 20th century to like the 60s or 70s. A lot of black
mm-hmm.
people moved from the deep south to as west as California, as north. Okay, so yeah, as north as New York, west as California, or as Midwest is Chicago.
Mm. Yeah, and Chicago is. I heard. I never been to Chicago, but I heard it was similar to New York.
My
Certain
mom been
part.
to Chicago before I was born.
And they said I think every state and city has a bad part. Like say like the hood. I don't think it's like California got a hood area, Georgia got a
Yeah,
hood
and
area. So
every
yeah,
time they talk about a good area, somebody, let's say, they always assume somebody of, of our color, you can get my
yeah,
drift, live there.
yeah, yeah. And
Hold on.
and it's not like that.
In fact, there's like a history
Bless you.
why do black people live in those areas in the first place, because they weren't
Right.
allowed to live in the nice,
Nice
rich
young
suburbs, and also heard some
suburbs.
kind of flight. In fact, like
Right.
my mother's family, for example, my mother, my older
Mm-hmm.
sister, and I were both born in Paducah, Kentucky. Yeah, my mom grew up. It was like the 1950s, 60s, 70s. She was born in a housing project, and her
Mm-hmm.
family, forgot what age and they moved. They moved to like a suburban area. Maybe the for
Mm-hmm.
example, like white flight, like when the black people moved in, the white people
Right.
moved out.
Moved out. Yeah. I remember that saying soon because they said because I'm from the projects in Jersey and they used to like I used to talk to the elderlies, the older people, and they used to be like it used to be like a lot of Caucasian people living here, but then as we started coming here, they started moving out. So I know. So let me ask you this question. Have this your second book? Have you ever been did an anthology with any other authors?
Did what? If any other authors?
An anthology, like a collaboration of a group of authors getting together and write one book.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
but that does sound like a good idea, though.
Yeah, I do that with my publishing company. Matter of fact, we about to have part two coming out pretty soon of A Mother's Worth Nightmare. So we working on that, and it's like I think 6 or 7 of us authors. But I like it. I really like it. If you have a
Like
chance, you go.
there's like a poetry troupe called Powerline Poetry. I do plan on going to. They're having an event in the local museum. Maybe
Hmm.
I'll talk to them. Maybe do an anthology or something, like a
Yeah,
collection of poetry, collaborate, talk.
yeah. Talk like people who do poetry. Y'all can get together and write a book together. It'd be nice. And plus, remember I told you it's all about networking. You know. So
Yes.
go to them events, network with people, because that's how you gonna network. And you never know. You never know who you run into that can help you be that get into movies and plays or be a dancer
Mhm.
and stuff like that. That's why I
Okay.
say networking is so important. You have to network. Even
I
if you
learned
go
about
to an event, go ahead.
I'm go ahead. I learned about networking when I was at South. Like it was an
Hmm.
event that like the University Career Services was doing.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to network. Like I used to be so mad. Like when I think my first and second book came out, and when I used to go to these events, I only had sell like one book, two books. But then I was like, the power is in networking. You collect the people cards, you talking to people, you giving them your cards. You understand what I'm saying? So now till this day, I just don't like I don't care if I sell I do care. It depends on how many books I purchase. But it's all about networking because you might find the right person to network with, and that person can just take you up there where you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just good. And a lot of people say they can't afford these events. That's why I say go to the events in your hometown. You understand? Your church might be having an event, or the
Mhm.
library might be having an event. Join them
Mhm.
events, look it up and stuff, and get out there so they can know. They can know. But
Okay.
far as this, your
Okay.
bless you.
Thank you.
Now, do you have a favorite author that's living or passed away?
Well, I know one of my favorite poets is Maya Angelou and Langston
Yeah, like
Hughes.
D'Angelo.
It is a
Yeah.
book from Carrie Oppenberner called "Your Book Is Not Your Business Card," and it's talking about 18 streams of income you can make from your book. And I was like, oh, I got to
Mm-hmm.
read this.
Oh, I never heard. What's the name of it again?
It's like your book is not your business card.
Business card. Oh, okay. I gotta look that up. I gotta really look that up.
Yeah, I didn't really see the link to that book.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. We're gonna talk about negative views in your book. Your book is on Amazon, right? Barnes and Nobles, Amazon.
Yes, correct.
Now, have you ever received any negative views? And if so, how did you handle it?
No, I have not received any negative reviews. They do need more reviews, but I haven't seen any negative ones.
Oh, okay. And that's good to hear. Now, when so you said your next book is your third book is coming out soon. We don't know when. Who inspired you to? You just said Michelangelo and them, but who really inspired you to publish your book? Like you wrote your poems out and you said, "I'm about to publish."
Well, I did. Well, I don't know per se like the inspiration to publish, but I knew I always want to write a book and publish it one day. It's just there are different types
Hmm.
of publishing out there.
Out
Just need to
there,
know the difference between which. Like there,
right?
like I mentioned before, traditional
Mm-hmm.
self-publishing, hybrid.
Yeah. Yep, that's so true. Now, far as your own books, where do you see your books? Do you is they on the store shelves? Are you trying to move towards getting them on the store shelf, or you don't mind? Because I know
Yeah,
a couple of authors be like they could just stay on Amazon and people will buy them from Amazon. So,
well, some places probably on store shelf. Some I remember I did mail to like a place or two, probably in their store shelves that also might look more into that and also be featured more in magazines. Some of them
hmm,
charge a fee for that, and
yeah,
also there's like a local bookstore pay some kind of consignment fee or
yeah.
something. I bring a few copies. I need to so I'm on consignment at a bookstore. I need to get some more offer copies, like I just said.
Yeah, and this what I tell like all the new beginner writers that a lot of us don't have the funds, but you can't be scared to invest in yourself. You
It's
understand what I'm
true.
saying? You have to invest in yourself because if you don't invest in yourself, who gonna invest in you?
And for example, there is a company that I am working with from
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria called Precious Digital Marketing Agency. They have made created my logo,
Mm-hmm.
promos, and trailers. They were getting the crowdfunding site together, and
Oh, that's
also my
good.
and we're talking, and I also need to talk to them how we're gonna promote my third book, and maybe they can get help get like a website of my own together
You
for me.
need, and that's what I'm about to tell you. You need your own website
Yes,
because,
I do.
and I tell everybody this, even my clients, like if you don't have your own website, if I don't know if you know it or not, that Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, they all making money off your book. They get a percentage every time you sell a book. So why not have your own website and get all your money?
Yeah, I do plan on discussing to with them about that, and
Mm,
also like I remember I used to like domains, whatever for your website, like research
yeah,
domains. Some charge a fee, some like a free trial. Some don't
yeah, you
charge
get
anything.
trial.
But really gotta research and things.
Yeah, you really do gotta research because I was with this website, but they shut down. I was with them when I started writing. I think it was I could say probably like 2007, I think.
Hmm.
And all this time I wasn't paying nothing. I was paying $30 a year. I mean, one every year I was paying $30. But now they shut down, so now I'm paying it every month. I was like, oh my God. But and like I said, you have to invest in yourself. You really have to invest in yourself. Cause if people see you like far as me with my publishing company, I give the people that I publish their books, I get them people to go to if they want to get in magazines. I get them the links or get them the person number or the phone they page and tell them to contact this person. If you want to be on a radio show and I know the lady, I tell her,
Mm.
oh, one of my clients looking to be on your radio show to promote her book. She'd be like, no problem,
Okay.
Charnel. And then I get my client. See, it's just that it's just not all about just a book company with me. I do helps my authors go take it far. Now, all I can do is tell them about it and tell them about different things. It's up to them to follow it. You understand what I'm saying? Follow.
Yeah.
So if I tell you, just like if I tell you at Miss Adams, go to this lady on Instagram. She got a podcast. She gonna charge you a little bit of money to be on her podcast, but she got one and she got a lot of following. Go and pay that money and get on her podcast. Now it's up to you to go do the rest of everything, to go find her, search her, and talk to her. And if you don't do it, all I can do is tell you about the person. I can't make you do everything. And that's what I be trying to do with my clients. Like, go get this event, go do this event, go do this, go do this, go do this. Be in magazines. I got two friends that got magazines. You understand what I'm saying? Like, be in a magazine, pay to be in somebody's magazine. Like I said, you got to invest in yourself. You can't be scared. Scared money don't make no money.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So
also, I've been on podcasts that do charge money. Like, I tell them, like, until I have the funds, we'll talk scheduling. I pay them first and foremost, and then we can talk about a date for the interview.
Yeah. So that's what I've been on. I've been on a lot of podcasts too. When I first was coming out with my books and stuff, and first when I opened my publishing company, I had to go promote, so I had to pay what they was asking for. So I had to go to this podcast, go on this magazine, because I'm trying to, promote my brand. And that's the only way how people gonna know you, if you're gonna promote your brand. But podcasts, a lot of podcasts, I think the most I ever paid to be on some podcast, I think it was like $100. That's the most I ever paid, was $100. And it was virtual, just like this. You understand what I'm saying? But it was $100. She promotes you on Instagram. I don't even know if she around. This was back in like 2019 or 18. So it's just that, a lot of people podcast like this. I charge for my podcast. But since it was Black History Month, I said I'm just going to do it free for everybody for Black History Month. You understand what I'm saying? But starting in March, I charge $25.
Especially March, like History Month or something for March.
March is Women's Day, Women's Month.
Yeah,
Women's Month, and I'm looking for 6 people to come on my show. It's gonna be free of charge. That's the only time it's gonna be free. Six people, a panel of women to come on my show. I posted on my page to come on my show. And, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you is, to talk business or, whatever you sell, whatever, you just come on because you're a woman.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at more like panel podcasts. I might need to look at that.
Yeah. Because I did, this is not my first time. I did a lot. I had I think it was 2 years ago, I had a cancer podcast. Like people who survived cancer or, knew somebody with cancer. Like I just had a menopause podcast. I had like 8 people on. You understand what I'm saying? Talk about menopause and stuff like that. So it's good. That's why I say it's all about networking. It's all about networking. So next on your list, you doing your next book, you getting it out there. Then what's next for you? What's next for you?
Work on another books that I want to do, like a true crime book. Like this case happened about a decade ago. Really got to do the research because it's like based on like true events. And I don't know if anybody else wrote a book about this particular case. Have you heard about Yolanda Holmes and Kwame Wilson?
That name sounds so familiar. It sounds familiar.
He was
my research on that.
Oh yes. His mother, Yolanda Holmes, she was like an extra, like one of the cheerleaders in the 1986 movie Wildcats, starring Goldie Hawn and Wesley Snipes. Well, she
Mm-hmm.
ran her own salon called Nappy Heads in Chicago, and Kwame Wilson was her only son. Like his father was, is that he's not. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he's doing life in prison with like this arson at his crack house, resulting like
Who the son? The son?
this son. He had Yolanda killed for her like her money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and also there's like big evidence to show on social media, like these luxury cars and this Louis Vuitton luggage. And this one particular video, he went in the bank, got this like money out of his mother's accounts, and heard the phrase like "make it rain."
Mm-hmm.
He he made it rain on his fans. He's
Mm.
now serving a sentence of 99 years in prison. The
Wow.
hitman got 100 years because he
Mm.
the one he told on Kwame because like it was like thousands of dollars that he got from the Kwame got from like his mother's insurance policy or whatever. He gave the hitman like $70.
Mm. Did you
And the getaway driver, she got 14 years. She's probably out now.
So what you going? How you gonna write the story? Because you know you can't use their names and stuff because you can get sued. So how you
Well,
plan on writing a story?
do they? Well, I really wrote some down like the intro of how I found out about this case, and
Yeah,
also I
because
might talk to people, like if they willing to talk.
yeah, that's what you're
Just
going to
willing.
do. And make sure you know what's important. Make sure you get a contract. Like if they willing to open their mouth and talk, so you can have everything in writing. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because people will sue you for the littlest thing. You'll get sued for.
true.
So you don't want
Uh,
to, just be putting out a story and then you don't really know the true facts.
that's true. Especially I heard like when alux.com on YouTube talking about one of the things you do is if you're gonna start a business, get legal representation.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good. Talk to a lawyer. If you're gonna do all,
Or get
yeah,
free legal aid or something.
right. And you're gonna start your own business. You gotta look into you just gotta do a little research. I tell a lot of people you gotta do a
Mhm.
little research. Talk to business lawyers, not just any lawyer, because a criminal lawyer might not know nothing about a business. You understand what I'm
True.
saying?
Yes,
So you
true.
got you got to find a business lawyer.
Also, like for example, my pen and station name is Waterfall Adams, and I also do
Hmm.
plan on doing like copyright and like trademark or whatever. And also for authors, please put like a copyright page in your book. And
Yeah,
also, like, for example, reminded
that's
me
good.
of a group like a duo in like early 2000s called Coffee Brown. They had the hits After Party and Weekend Thing. But get
Hmm.
this, they got sued by another singer, and do you know what that singer's name was?
Right.
Coffee Brown.
Yeah, because they had the two same names.
True.
So that's why it's always good to get like your books. I hope you got your books copyright because it's always good to get your
If
stuff
if not, I do
copyrighted.
think. Well, if I do not, I will remember like the extended, updated version of these books and put them on there as well. One day with the rest of my like literary works, maybe put them in different languages.
Yeah, but it's still best to get it copyright. You understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
Because
oh yes.
it's real, and that's
Let's
what I
talk
tell
right
all.
back there. I'm gonna look
You
more into
have
that.
you have to get your books copyright, and that's why all my clients I make sure they get their books copyright. Like you said, it'd be on the first page because you don't
Yeah,
want
and I'm
nobody
gonna look
saying you
more
stole
into
my story. You don't want nobody
I
saying you
might need
stole
to
their
look at
stories or
services.
whatever. Yeah, huh?
I might need to look what other services you do my and check you out.
Yeah, because you gotta make sure your hands is covered. You don't want nobody. You just say this for example. Let me just give you an example. You and the lady talking on. Just say yeah at the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
She telling you her story. Like she done went through so much, and she talking to you. You're a stranger. You don't know her. She talking to you. Then you go home and you write a book about her story. You understand what I'm saying? She can sue you because that's her story. even though she ain't get it copyrighted or nothing.
Mhm.
But it's her story. She done talk to you about it, and now you
Mhm.
putting it in a book. So that's why I say whatever you put, make sure it's copyrighted. That's important. That's the a
Okay.
copywritten and editing is the
Okay.
and formatting is the most important when you're doing a book.
Oh, in
So you
fact, my
gotta
mom, who has a degree in what's that? Elementary education with a minor in language arts. She
uh
edited my first two books.
oh, okay. Yeah, as long as you got an editor that edit a book, yeah, because that's very important. Like I just had a lady, I didn't put her book out. She put her book out, and it wasn't. I purchased because I believe in support. It's all about support. And then I just looked, and I was like, "Who edited your book?" She was like, "I did." I
Okay.
said, "You did." I was like, and I gave her my company name and stuff. I said, "You need to rewrite that book over. You need to
Oh,
edit, and you need to come to my company, and me and you would talk." She was like, "No, I ain't changing it. If nobody don't like it, they don't like it."
but then it kind of reminded me of like my mom back like after my mom graduated from college. She used to work at Xerox or whatever, and she edited
Mm-hmm.
this book called Mein Kampf from Adolf Hitler, and I like
Mm.
the English version. She found like a lot of spelling errors and
Yeah. Everybody,
grammar
every
stuff.
people ain't no perfect person out here. That's what I'm trying to get everybody. The finest person who just say Steve Harvey, I'm just using him allegedly, just say his book. A lot of celebrities' books, their books gonna have at least one error. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no editor perfect. No editor perfect. So that's why I be trying to tell people that you can't read a perfect book and then let me know. That's all I gotta say. Read a perfect book, no mistakes, no nothing, and then let
The
me know.
Bible.
Yeah, besides the Bible, besides the Bible, you understand what I'm saying? Besides the Bible, you ain't gonna find no perfect book, and you can ask. That's why I say network. You can ask any author out here. People make mistakes. Editors. That's why it's good to have 3 or 4 eyes on your book. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like when my editor edit the book, I still go over the book. And if I see something that I don't like, even though I'm not an editor, I'm gonna question her on it. I'm gonna ask her a
Okay.
question because she's an editor. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do you
Okay.
think this sentence should be like this? Or do you think this go here because she edited the book? And then she explained to me like why she did this, why she did that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm into that book. I'm into my client's book like that. I read their story. Like a lot of publishing companies don't read their client stories. They just pass it on to the editor. You understand what I'm saying?
Um, okay.
But I'm hands up on that. But
God gives the
anything
author updated versions and extended versions.
right. That's true. So let me ask you a question. If someone want to reach out to you and purchase your book or just contact you to network with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, I can be found on Facebook, X, TikTok, and I see Instagram.
Now
I'm
you
there,
also
and
Instagram.
oh yeah, I'm on Instagram. I am on LinkedIn, Tumblr. Oh yeah, I already did that in this book that the YouTube. I'm on there too. Let me see
Oh,
what
you on
the
YouTube? And what
yes.
name are you under? Wonder Waterfalls Adams? That's the names you
No,
under?
Waterfall VEE.
Waterfall VEE. On all your
Oh,
sites? All your
yeah.
platforms?
Okay, yeah. In fact, you want me to go ahead and send you some links on the chat?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now on the chat.
Yeah, send some links so people, if they want to reach out to you, they can just go to your links
Yeah,
and reach
that's
out
what
to
I'm
you.
doing. I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
okay, and also I did that author central page from Amazon, and I'm also gonna put in my two blogs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you put it in a private chat. I thought you was
Oh,
going to put it in on the
comments, my bad.
yeah, on the
Oh,
comments
Jennifer.
on so
Oh,
people can see them.
okay, man. I'm sorry. Maybe like on a.
What do you? Is you friends with me on Facebook? Is you on Let's Talk To page? Yeah, I thought you were gonna put them on a comment on Facebook. Hello, hello, you froze up.
Maybe I could like send you the. I see there's two. Okay, now we're back.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Anybody
you come in.
want to email or text you these links? Like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, I am on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and I have two blogs, which are on Blogger. One is called Waterfalls World, and the other is
Mm-hmm.
called Waterfalls Online Art Gallery. The art gallery is not the artwork on there is not mine. One day I might put my own artwork there. Like all credit goes to those artists that are in or alive.
Uh, oh, okay. So, last words. Do you have any last words for anyone? Do you want to say anything?
Well, here, I'm gonna last words of my book right here. A quote from yours truly. Here, let me find one, and here it is. Let me find. Let's see. If there's a shortage, look for an alternative.
Mm. This is the shortest of all time. Okay, okay. Thank you, Waterfall. Thank you for being Waterfall Adams. Thank you for being on Let's Talk To podcast. Please come back. Please,
Yeah.
when your third book, I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be looking for you for
Okay.
your third book or anything else that you're doing. You can come back and share your events, whatever you got going on.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much and
you.
enjoy the rest of your evening. All right.
You too.
All right. Thank you. Bye
Bye bye.
now. Bye.
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 Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk To podcast with author Charnel Williams. Tune in next time every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to live, laugh, and love.